Volkswagen will exit its controversial plant in China's Xinjiang region. It comes after years of investor pressure to abandon its presence there. Rights groups have documented abuses, including mass forced labour in detention camps. Beijing denies any such abuses. VW and its Chinese partner agreed to sell the asset to a Shanghai government-owned buyer. The transaction value of the deal was not revealed. The significance of the plant, which used to assemble Volkswagen Santana vehicle, has dwindled in recent years. The German carmaker cut jobs at the plant, leaving about 200 employees to conduct final quality checks and hand over vehicles to dealers in the region. VW has denied reports that it kept the plant open as a condition from Beijing to keep producing across China. The decision to free itself from the plant comes as VW is battling to boost flagging sales in China, its biggest market, amid intense competition and sluggish demand. Europe's car companies also have to contend with the impact of a potential trade war between Beijing and the European Union. That's after the EU imposed anti-subsidy import tariffs on China-made electric vehicles.
Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly shares rose on Tuesday. Investors were excited as US President Joe Biden proposed expanding coverage of anti-obesity drugs for millions on Medicare and Medicaid. Novo called the move an important step forward for patients. The firm further said the coverage could become effective in 2 years. The stock paired initial gains of as much as 4.9% to trade more than 1% higher by mid-afternoon in Europe. Current rules for the Medicare and Medicaid government health insurance programs cover the use of Ozempic and Wegovy for certain conditions like diabetes, but they don't cover obesity as a condition on its own. The White House said the proposal could lower out-of-pocket costs for weight loss drugs by up to $95, and it would expand access to millions of Americans. US rival Eli Lilly also saw its shares jump up over 4% in early
Shares
trade.
of Amgen on Tuesday were on track for their biggest percentage fall in more than 2 decades after the company's experimental weight loss drug disappointed investors' lofty expectations. Amgen's drug Maritide helped overweight or obese patients shed up to 20% weight on average in a year-long mid-stage trial. But Wall Street analysts said those results were in line with already approved drugs from Novo Nordisk, which makes Ozempic and Wegovy, and Eli Lilly, which makes Mounjaro. Amgen's drug also produced slightly higher side effects. Meanwhile, shares of Novo and Lilly both gained on Tuesday after President Joe Biden proposed expanding coverage of anti-obesity drugs under Medicare and Medicaid. Current rules for public health insurance programs cover the use of such drugs for certain conditions like diabetes, but not for obesity as a condition on its own.
EasyJet surprised markets Wednesday with a smaller than expected annual operating profit. The budget airline reported profit of $750.5 million for the year ended September 30th, below analyst forecasts. It blamed disruptions from the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. However, the number was still 25% higher than a year earlier. CEO Johan Lundgren called it a significant step towards the carrier's goal of generating over £1 billion, or $1.26 billion, in annual profit before tax. EasyJet also gave a positive outlook for next year. The airline said it expects capacity to rise by 3% in fiscal 2025. It sees strong demand continuing and more interest in its lucrative package holiday business. The airline also projects holiday customers to grow by about a quarter from last year for the current fiscal year ending September 2025. Analysts believe lower oil prices should help EasyJet's books next year too. EasyJet shares flew up 3.4% soon after the market opened.